Welcome to Sports Book Review. This is the live Pick 6 contest show. We've moved from Wednesday night to Thursday nights. We're going to be rolling into the Thursday nighter. Rams, Seahawks, Rams coming off the shellacking given to them by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers plus 10 was a contest pick of mine. I think the Rams bounce back, but the Donnie right side, home team or no team mentality has kept me off both the Rams and the under at this point, but there's still time to jump in. We're going to be joined by the boss and the sauce, DJ Big Boss, and the Big Ragu in about 10 minutes from now. First off, thank you to all the campers in the chat. NHL Parlay Bagger, we got Dragon Reborn, Chump Change in the house, says let's get this W for the Seahawks. Dragon Reborn says still mad at Seahawks for losing against the Saints. That was wild. I mean, the home field advantage in Seattle, does it still exist? I mean, I'm sure it still exists, but certainly hasn't felt that way. Certainly hasn't. We got Chi Archie. Chi Archie says, get some, Jimmy, drinking your drink. Oh, Chi Archie doing very, very well in this contest. We've got one of our leaders in this contest of Chi Archie's joining us. Chi Archie, let's see where you stand right now. You were one of the notables last week on the screen here, and we have Chi Archie joining us. Let's see the man, Chi Archie, right now. Let's see where he is. We're going to go to the leaderboard right now in the Pick 6 contest. I know he's up here. I've seen him. I've gone over his numbers nonstop. Chi Archie, there he is, 91st here in our chat. 91st, 59-0, up 91.5 action points plus 7.36 units. And here he is in our chat. Chi Archie. JW says, love the under tonight. So do I. I like the under, but I just historically don't do well with totals on Thursday night, so I said, just stay off. Let's take another look at what the weather is right now in Seattle. 55 Fahrenheit, cloudy. Precipitation, chance of participation, 10%. So at this point, let's see what it is hourly. Are we going to expect rain here at some point? And when is it? Hourly weather forecast for Seattle, Washington. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, it could not rain. We could have nice conditions here. The rain starts at 5 a.m., so we could have nice conditions for this game. JW in the house. Peter Tanko says they should be interesting. Thank you for joining us, Peter Tanko. Sit down. There's Joe Anisi says, trying to win that $25 Amazon gift card. So today during the show, we're giving out 6 Amazon gift cards, but, there is a but. If you, and we have our head of social media, Seth, in the house, he will be watching, the people in the chat. If you are awarded the opportunity for a $25 Amazon gift card, you have to tweet out your picks. Tweet out your action. You have to tweet it out. And you have to tweet it out with the at SBR Sports Picks with the hashtag Pick6. Then you compete against me this week. We go one-on-one. And if you beat me, you get a $25 Amazon gift card. Just see. You can take me out. Now, I've been terrible so far this year, but I'm coming off a pretty good week. 4-2 and hit my 2-unit play. Joe Anisi in the house. We got Roger said, what up, my guy, Jimmy Seahawks all day, all night. Farshad Asami, great capper. Farshad says, leaning over tonight. I've stayed off. Aaron Maybe says, I'm also on the under. Pete Tanko says, Jimmy, give us your best picks. I will give you my best picks in NFL, but you know where I eat. It's an NHL. I'm on the Hurricanes -1.5, Predators -1.5, both at plus 185 available at 5 dimes. And I jumped on Vegas last night. First bet of the NHL season at -1.5, cashed easily. There's Nicholas Fogg. There's Gaucho Jake, DJ Big Boss. The team is coming together. Chi Archie says, Jimmy has the San Fran hat on. Who's playing San Fran running back fantasy this week? What a crazy backfield situation. I tell you what, this is the team you want to go against, the Browns. I've only locked in 2 plays in my Pick 6. My Pick 6 card. I've only locked in 2 plays, and I'm very close to locking in the 49ers -3.5. I think they're going to run easily against this 21st ranked run defense in the Cleveland Browns. So we have a $50,000 Pick 6 contest, and it's not too late to get involved if you're not in right now. Even though you haven't started yet, you could jump in and still be up for the weekly prizes of $1,600. We give out $1,600 each week, and there is the link to the contest. Now, we also need you to hit the link on the bottom of this YouTube page that you're watching right now with our Pick 6 landing page. If you could do that for me, it would mean a lot. I will remind you as we go. Rafa, let's start the show out by seeing who got that paper last week. Who were our top 6 cash winners? And there we go. Chapo 187, Mr. Happy, Go Celtics, Casey Berg, Lazio Kid, Cubs 123, Powers. So we had to give out, we had a tie for 6. So we gave out $25 there. As you'll notice there, number 1, number 3, number 4 were the SBR pros. Mr. Happy, number 2, could have got $200 extra. Could have had $200 extra if he was an SBR pro. And it's easy to become an SBR pro. Very, very easy. If you've never been an SBR pro, just come to our site, sportsreview.com. Simply donate $100. $100 to a Make-A-Wish Foundation. You can also do it to a different charity if you prefer a different charity, but we have the link to Make-A-Wish Foundation and you become an SBR pro. There are big things when you're an SBR pro. First off, you get bet points. You can cash those bet points in at our bet point store. You can also use those bet points for bonuses at sportsbooks. You can open sportsbooks up with those bet points. Also, we have parties, big parties. We've had parties here in Costa Rica, parties in Cabo, parties in Vegas. The SBR pros are invited to those parties. And we have free poker tournaments where you win cash. And we have contests nonstop where you can win cash. It pays for itself. Steve Calmer says, I'm a pro. Like it. G. Archer says, being an SBR pro pays 5 to 20 times back on that $100 investment if you are smart. Steve Calmer just won the DJ Big Boss NCAA football contest. And Tanko says Make-A-Wish is great foundation. Yes, I love Make-A-Wish Foundation, and that's why we have the link to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Okay. And Stephen Calamer says, so for this week, just tweet the picks. We don't have anything to do tonight. There's predictions guy in the house. Okay. So we have seen. Oh, and there's just the Chapo 187 here. Oh, beautiful. Just the 187 is Chapo 187. Oh, look at this. Going to copy and paste that. Copy and paste that. Thank you for joining us. Chapo 187. We have another leader joining us. Wow. We got some stars in the house tonight. We got Chapo 187. We got Chi Archie. We got some stars in the house tonight. All right. So next, let's take a look, Rafa, who is in the top 6 overall in this contest. The top 6. Right there. CG5293. He's been leading this whole contest long. And then we got S like C. Lazio Kid, who just had a big week, 16-2. Rock 1, linebacker 67, and Har the Bar. Those are our leaders after 4 weeks right there. All right. And B joining us in the chat says Seahawks alt lines tonight. Now let's take a look at what the SBR personalities have done in this contest. And not going to lie, not being pretty. We have Al Mack and Babano and Cameron doing great. I was falling apart. I had an okay 4-2 with a 2-unit spot. But look at my action points. I mean, I'm up 51.5 action points. You'd think I'd be doing better than down 6.09 units. I will turn it around. I will turn it around. Look at Big Ragu. He's 12-12, and he's plus 111 action points. He deserves better. He deserves better. 3 personalities plus units. Al Mackey and Cameron Natalie rides them. Flash was 11-7. 11-7 going into this week. And goes 0-6 to drop to 11-13. But he's still beating me. There's going to be peaks and valleys. There's going to be peaks and valleys. I expect Whale Capper to continue his climb. I expect Teddy Covers and Drew Martin to jump way up. Donnie Rightside to jump way up. But I better jump way up. Tanko says 1866. Come on, Jimmy. Damn sad. Look, it's 4 weeks in. This is the third year that I've capped NFL in front of you guys. This is the third year where I've been down units after 4 weeks. And I've never ended the season down units. I've never ended the season worse than plus 8 units. So don't worry. Just stay calm. Just stay calm. The wins will come around. Barsha Sami says Rams will have a hard time running the ball. Goff will air it out tonight. Rams and over strong lean. Do you trust Goff to air it out tonight? Do you trust Goff at all? He's become a check down king. All right, those are the personalities. Let's take a look at some of the SBR forum notables. We got some in our chat right now. Love having Chapo 187 in our chat. There we go. We got Stifler. A for you to fear. 33rd. Climo Picks 49th. We're going to put different cappers that are in the top 200, different forum notables. These are guys that are in the SBR forum all the time. Mr. Papa Giorgio. We got microphone. Mr. Singh Jizza. the genius, Taterhead, Laker boy, WV gambler, sport fan, and a hot cross. Joe Anisi up 2.54 units. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that after 4 weeks. There you go. Those are the SBR forum notables. And we switch them all the time. There's my guy, Alex Ramirez, in the house. Alex Ramirez in the house. Now, we deal with bet points. And these SBR pros that are in our chat know all about bet points. You can do a ton of things with them. Open up books. Get extra cash when you already have a book. You can also go to our SBR store and do a ton of things at our SBR store. Ton of things. And we give out 600 bet points if your 2-unit play has a pick six. And this week, very few. This week, just 7 teams had pick sixes. Can you show us the teams that had pick sixes? And you are very lucky if you had one of these teams. Rafa, can you show us the teams right now? We have Miami of Ohio. We have Massachusetts, Appalachian State, Colorado State, New York Giants, Oakland Raiders, Seattle Seahawks. Look at UMass, man. We thought they were the worst team in all college football. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they aren't. Groucho Jake says, I am 201. Can a guy get a mention? Groucho Jake, of course you can. Of course you can. That's what this show is all about. Celebrating the victors, toasting the victors, and roasting the losers. And that's who I happen to be. A giant loser so far. But I expect that to change. We got Chapo 187 in the house. All right, let's talk football. Let's bring in our guy, DJ Big Boss. Here's some of his looks at NCAA football. Because in about 17 or 20 minutes, we need to focus solely on NFL football. Steve Calamer says, so I transferred bet points to SBR Sportsbook. What type of money is that? Well, that's how you earn it. That's how you get more bet points. Then you go to our store, go to our SBR store, and you can do a bunch of different things. I can do it with you right now. You can go to our store, you can buy things, or you can go to spots where you can open up books and get big bonuses with your bet points. So there's a lot of things you can do. And Chapo, when he says, thanks for the 600 free play for the 2-unit Giants pick six. Nice job. All right, let's introduce and bring in our first guest of the evening, DJ Big Boss, representing Long Beach, California, by way of Compton, California. And our DJ Big Boss, a stud in college football, especially the Mountain West, where he does it best. DJ Big Boss, how are you doing on this Thursday evening?
Hey, talk to me. I talk back. You know what I'm talking about, Jimmy. What's going down? I'm doing great, man. Glad to be right back on with you. And get into some of these capping, get into some of these live bets, get into some NFL. You know, I fill my drink all the way up, Jimmy, and I'm ready for the ride. Let's go. You the driver, I'm the shooter.
I love it. Well, let's talk college football because I want to focus on NFL very, very soon. College football, what are the looks that are you making any moves on your pick six card for tonight's college football games?
My pick six card, Jimmy, is halfway done. Let me give you an official look at it right now. And first off, we're gonna go with the San Diego State play, Jimmy. That's my 2-star play right there. San Diego State -7.5. What y'all think about that in the chat?
San Diego State. We talked about that game quite a lot on Betting with the Bag the last little while. Let me pull up the exact numbers here, get off this contest. And but I should give a shout out to a couple cappers that are in our chat. And one is Gaucho Jake, 14 and 10 in our chat right now. Good looking numbers. Plus 4.77 units and all of his 6 picks in. But we don't know what they are. There's Seth Hagen in the house. Says starting around 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be selecting 6 people from the chat to go up against Jimmy in our pick 6 contest this week. If you out-unit him this week, you will win a $25 Amazon gift card. There's Dennis Garcia. He says, I don't trust SDU offense laying more than a touchdown. Let's go to the SBR odds page here at Sportsbook Review. Let's go right to NCAA football. Let's see what we're dealing with. We're going to go to spreads and totals. We're going to go right down to the very bottom of the card. And there we have it. And there we see it. San Diego State, Colorado State. Now, DJ Big Boss got us on Colorado State last week. Plus 24 against Utah State. Easy cash. And now he's fading Colorado State at home. San Diego State opened at -6.5. They're -7.5. And 8s are on the board at Heritage, Bet365, Bovada, and 5 Dimes. Dennis Garcia says, I don't trust SDU offense laying more than a TD. How do you feel about that, DJ Big Boss?
Yeah, the hook on that one is kind of nasty, Jimmy. But like I said, when I capped this, I capped it at San Diego State -14. San Diego State offense is getting a little bit better on the passing side of things. They're passing about 41% of the time for 197 yards, but they had a completion percentage of 63%. And they have been sacked quite a few times, 7 times. But the offense over there in San Diego State is not as bad as people put on them. Coach over there, Rocky Long, he's been around for a long time. He takes his time to move the ball, but the defense is so shut down over there. I'm talking about ranked number 16 defense in the NCAA, only giving up 11 points a game and 270 9 yards total. And they already had 9 sacks for the defense for the season. Now they're facing the Colorado State team that was balanced when they first entered the season. It had Colin Hill at quarterback, had a pass game that they were a little heavy on, and they still can run the ball. Now since Colin Hill's been gone, Pat O'Brien stepped in, and he did a good job, but he's only had like 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So they got a lot of faith in O'Brien if he starts coming up. But the thing about it is they made it through a lot of games running the ball, and I've been on them on beating some spreads from them running the ball. But this is going to be one of the first tough defenses that they face right here. And the San Diego State has a way better defense over this Colorado State. So it's going to take time, but in the long run, they cover that hook.
Going to take time. But DJ Big Boss 2-unit play, going to have to wait a long time to watch it go down. End of Saturday night, San Diego State. San Diego State. El Duque saying Colorado on their 3rd QB. Brian Beasley in the house. Compton in the house. When Brian Beasley's in the house. Big Boss 2-unit play, San Diego State. You said you'd lock down half your card. What's next, boss?
Well, let me go. That was my 2-unit play, but I'm going to jump right into the Temple ECU game that's going down shortly right now. I don't know if it already started, but maybe it starts at 5. Yeah, it starts at 5. But in this game, I was really looking into this game to look for the under in this game because the Temple's defense is locked down, and the CCU team has been struggling on offense and a little bit on defense, but they do have an aggressive defensive line. They're averaging quite a few sacks. But the Temple, I think, overall in this game, kind of a lax game for them as far as their offense versus their defense. So I think they moved the ball a little bit right here, and they covered that total. I wish I would have hopped on it when it plummeted down. But I had them by 2 touchdowns off top, 12, 10. It's 2 touchdowns anyway. So I like Temple that way.
I get it. I get why you're backing Temple. I did jump on the under. I got it at 48 on Monday. It's not part of my pick 6. I bet it about maybe less than an hour ago at 47. It's all the way down to 46. Tanko, our guy Tanko in the house has agreed under is definitely the play on Temple. And look, Dennis Garcia has Seattle in his pick 6 contest. Wow. And Steve Calamer liking Auburn. We're going to talk about that game as well. All right, so we've seen Big Boss's second look, and it's Temple. Temple, but not the under, just Temple?
Yeah, I jumped off the under on that one, and I think it's more value taking Temple in that one. They are the more dominant team. They're going to lock it down on defense. This is a week where you depend on your defense right here. And I think they just push it out over that side amount than total. That total is, that's a low total in college football. It's going to be Thursday night. Anything can happen. Overall, I like the better look. I see more value in taking Temple minus the points.
I get you. Backing Temple. Okay, and then what's the final look at this point? What's the final look on your card. You have 2-unit play on San Diego State. You have Temple that's popping off in no time, and I'm on that under. I'm also on this over, and I need Georgia Southern to put some points up on the board right now. Right now, with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Big Boss, what's your third look on your pick six card?
Well, I'm going to go right back to it with one of my meatball plays. This is what Big Ragu taught me last week about the meatball plays. Now, a meatball play is supposed to be a play to where if you hit it, it's all good. But if you don't hit it, kind of makes you feel like, my stupid self shouldn't have been messing around over there anyway. So my meatball play that I'm slug out there takes 2 meatballs to make a meatball sandwich. So this is just one of my meatball plays. I'm going to go ahead and give it to y'all because contests are perfect places to take meatball plays, especially when you getting points and totals are really high or really low. It's a good shot to go against the grain on those, try to hit those out there. So my meatball play for y'all to jump on is going to be the under in the Utah LSU.
Under in Utah LSU. I'm going to pull up those numbers right now. Utah LSU. We've been talking about this game quite a lot as well. This total keeps climbing, boss. 70.5 now, 73.5 at Pinnacle. Man, that's tough. 73.5, but you're going under it now. Wow. Utah State, LSU under 73.5. Break it down for us, boss.
Well, I don't see Burrow over there doing much. I know he's going to be in the Heisman race and all that stuff, but he can't keep putting up numbers like this. Like the last week, he had incredible numbers in the first quarter. It was the first time they scored that many points in the first quarter in the history of LSU. And I don't think that he's going to just ride at that level right there. I don't see them doing nothing special. They get a lot of – they scored on like a 4th and 2. They get a lot of lucky stuff. Some of these defenses put them in a point where they pin them up and then they just lose it on 3rd or 4th down. But they're playing Utah State coming more from the West for speed secondary to keep up with the wide receivers. I don't know what the game is going to be in the trenches. Or like the LSU will win the trenches. But LSU is quick to play a slow down game, run the ball. They don't want to get nobody hurt or anything like that. And if it happens to get hot and humid out there, those guys been falling all over the place, getting cramps. Those big guys on the line. It's past that time of the season when they should be getting cramps and all that. They should be well trained and everything by now, fluid up for the game and all that. And you see these big guys in the 3rd, 4th quarter falling all down and cramping up and coming back in and smashing. But that's gonna get the best of them. The weather right here, and let me see. This game goes off. Kind of early, so hopefully we get some humidity in there, slow those guys down, and I think this goes well under the total.
Well, I mean, it feels like almost everything has to go right. Almost everything has to go right for that not to hit for you. So I get it. We have our guy A. Hilly in the house. A. Hilly has joined our chat. A. Hilly, 106th place in this competition. He was doing better. Let's see. A. Hilly, 15-9 plus 6.97 units. A. Hilly already has 3 spots locked in, but an 0 for 4. Wow, look at that. A. Hilly was 15-5. Killing it until let's see what happened with A. Hilly. Let's see what went down. A. Hilly was dominating this contest until a very, very rough day. Let's see what went wrong for A. Hilly here. Yeah, he was on Houston -4, Miami plus 15.5, Dallas -2.5, Atlanta -3.5. A. Hilly was 15-5. Thank you so much for joining us, A. Hilly. There's Born in 94. Jenna Nolette also in the house. Got Dutch Boy Fresh. La David Lee says start Wilson or Lamar Jackson. I would start Wilson. I do think that there's going to be a bounce back from the Rams defense. I think that Pittsburgh defense is very good. Not just good. Very good. So I would start Wilson. would start Wilson. Okay, born in 94. All right, we've heard our guy, DJ Big Boss's looks. 2 units on San Diego State, backing Temple and backing the LSU Utah State under. We are going to be moving to NFL football shortly, but let's bring in another NCAA football ringer, the sauce from the boss and the sauce. Please welcome to the show, the Big Ragu in the house. Big Ragu, how you doing on this Thursday night?
I'm doing better than you. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay, buddy. I'm doing okay. Ragu, let's talk about you in this contest. Bad luck. Your action points over 100. You're plus 100. And actually, Rafa, can you pop up the SBR personalities one more time? Because I thought I've had bad luck being over 50 action points up. But look at Ragu. You're plus 111 in action points and just 12 and 12. That's very, very bad luck. Big Ragu, my guy, have you made any picks in your Pick 6 contest on your card so far?
Now that I crawled out from under my blanket, I can try to start looking at some games, I guess. But yeah, what does that mean? What is that plus 111? I don't even know what that means. What is that?
It's action points. Action points. So it means that the bets you've made, like if you have a team -3 and they win by 33, you get 30 action points. So you've been destroying the games that you win and barely losing the games that you lose. In fact, a plus 111 at 12 and 12, I don't know if I've ever seen before. So it means that the wins you've had are just spankings, just bitch slappings, and then you're losing by the tiniest of margins. That's what it means.
So in other words, I should be a millionaire today, but it doesn't work that way. But anyways, that's okay. That's just the way I roll, man. I roll big. I roll big and I fall hard. That's how I do it. So anyways, let's talk about these games. What do you want to know? Picks for the contest?
Yes, and I want to talk about NFL soon. We have the game popping off shortly. There's Fat Fist in the house. Moneyline making fun. He says, you're a contest newbie. Calling you a newbie. Tanko says you have plus 111 action points and 12 and 12 is like kissing your sister. That's what Tanko is saying. Tanko. Okay, Ragu, let's talk because I want to get into NFL soon. But let's talk NCAA football right now. What are your looks on your contest?
Let's pick up where my man just left off on that Utah State game.
Let's do it.
Here's an interesting fact about LSU. About a week or two ago, I think they're one of the best teams in the country right now. And they usually start out a little slower, but with this new look offense they have, Burrow's running that RPO. He's only ran 20 times, and he's only averaging less than almost a yard a carry. So much for the RPO side of things. But whatever they're doing is working really, really good. They've probably got the top offense in the league right now as far as, yards passing and whatnot. But anyways, now Utah State's rolling into town for an early game, like DJ said. And this team can put up points. And I know my man is liking the under. But like you said, a lot of things have got to go right there. And I know it's an early game, and they're going to wake up for breakfast and get on the field pretty early. And it's going to be a travel game for Utah State. And I would like to see LSU play under the lights because that's a lot of fun at 8 o'clock at night. There's nothing like it, but that's not going to happen this weekend. So I'm going to kind of roll with Utah State and take the points. That's going to be a contest play. That's a meatball play right there. I like Utah State plus the points.
Utah State plus the points. A meatball play from our Big Ragu. By the way, there was a blocked field goal on my over, so I'm very uncomfortable with how things are looking early. All right, we got our first look from the Big Ragu, Utah State plus the points. What else are you looking at on this NCAA football card, Ragu?
I'm going to go to the big house up in Michigan, looking at that Iowa and Michigan game. It's now Michigan, we know their story. They come off of that ass whipping they got from Wisconsin, which, we were on Wisconsin that game. And then they had a cupcake game against Rutgers, which I kind of tune-up game for the Iowa game. It wasn't supposed to be a tune-up game for Iowa, but more or less their whole season is on the line right here. Each game this going forward for Harbaugh is going to be a tough look for him because it's not going to get any easier from here. So this is a game that they're going to hand his head on a platter if he doesn't go out there and get the job done. Now, we know Nate Stanley is a solid quarterback for Iowa, and Kirk Ferentz is a 20-year plus, he's second longest tenure in college football, and he runs a pretty pedestrian game as far as, or I should say pedestrian, I say more balanced game. So his solid defense, which we know they give up, they're one of the tops in the Big Ten in defense, and offensively, they're not real explosive. They do a lot of the right things, move the ball up and down the field. I know it's contrarian, and this is a must-win game for Michigan in the Big House. When I put my money on the game, I'm probably going to make a money line play. It's probably going to go down to 3. I'm going to say I'm probably going to be laying like 135, 140 on it. But I just can't see Michigan losing this game in front of 110,000 people in the Big House. So I'm going to put this as a contest play also. I'm going to take Michigan minus a 3, 3.5, whatever it is at the time of the contest.
Raghu, we've heard that Iowa is a very popular dog this week. And a lot of cappers know that Vegas eats off these very popular dogs. What do you think about the idea that the very popular dog on Saturday loses at a high percentage of the time? Do you agree with that idea?
They didn't build those buildings in Nevada with their money, okay? So basically, let everybody be sheep, and the sheep will get slaughtered.
Yeah, and our 187 on the undercover cop. We got Chapo 187 liking Michigan minus 3.5 as well. Dennis Garcia says Michigan game that makes no sense to me. I like where you guys are at. We've got Big Raghu's second look on his card. It is Michigan. Big Boss, what do you think about this huge game at the Big House on Saturday? What do you think of Raghu backing Michigan here?
I don't know. The game looks kind of dirty with the. I say Michigan should be -7. 3.5 is kind of bad. I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't, or maybe like Big Raghu say they trying to bait you in right there. But hey, Michigan, back to what I said before. Harbaugh got to earn that money. Michigan got to win, and I like Michigan -3, 3.5, whatever it is. I think they beat them by a touchdown.
There's no way this gets to 3. I don't think. I'd be shocked. But Mighty Mole says buy the half point for Michigan. All right, so we got Big Boss 2-unit play San Diego State, liking Temple, liking LSU, Utah State under. Then Big Raghu on Utah State plus the points, Michigan. Let's see what else is on Raghu's card because we're going to start talking NFL very soon. Dennis Garcia says, I agree with Big Boss point. Michigan is cheap, but how do you trust them? Big Raghu, what's next on your card?
I'm looking at a high school team versus a JV team here. So 2 shitty teams, but I got to take the worst, better of the shit teams. I'm going to stay with the South Florida Bulls to beat up on the UConn Huskies. Man, I don't know if anybody's paid any attention to UConn, what they got going on over there, but they have officially took over the worst team in FBS. Maybe not history, but they're really bad. And I know South Florida has had a rough start to their season, but now we're starting to get into a little more conference play. And I know a lot of people question Charlie Strong's ability to rally the troops and what he's got going down there in Tampa, but there's no way in the world that this team is. I see at least 3 touchdown victory here. I say they cover the 14. UConn's really bad, and I can see South Florida still has athletes. They might not travel as well as they have in the past, but I don't see Connecticut even hanging around in this one. I see at least a 3 or 4 score differential in this game. So I'm going to take the UConn. I'm going to go against the UConn Huskies and take the South Florida Bulls and lay the 2 touchdowns.
I think this is a very sneaky, great play because we just saw UConn cover last week, and that was a joke. And some great cappers were on UConn because they saw the situation. They broke it down perfectly where UConn was going to go down 45 points, and they were going to be up against a team that stopped trying. And they were lucky enough to be in that spot against UCF where UCF just let go. I think this play makes so much sense. And Connecticut going from plus 11.5, plus 10 is people just looking at the final score, not understanding the way this game went. I really like this look and this breakdown. Really like this look and this breakdown. It's almost time for us to start talking NFL and to get that game up live for us. And Seth's just about to start giving out the opportunity to go up against me to win $25 gift cards. But I don't want to stop you guys if you guys got more looks on this card. Big Boss, you are at 3 plays. Is there another play that you're looking at very closely?
This is one I haven't really pulled a trigger with right here, but I think I might have I might have a good edge right here. Memphis going into Louisiana Monroe. Now, I trust that Memphis has a good offense, has a good defense, but Louisiana Monroe might not have the best defense, but they're pretty solid on offense as well, and they're going to be the home team in this time. And I see them laying all those points. I like Monroe on the other side.
Interesting look here. This is a game that we haven't really broken down on my show yet as far, enough. Memphis opening up at minus 13.5, now minus 14.5. So you're liking this home dog here with ULM?
Absolutely. I initially went into the game leaning on Memphis, but after looking at it a little further, watching some tape, it's going to be a fight in the trenches between these two. And I also like the under in this game as well. But if I had to take a side, I'd definitely take the points in this one. Backdoor covers, last time I looked at it, the spread was 16.5, which is a weird number. That's saying they're not quite 3 touchdowns, but they're in between 2 touchdowns. I think if Louisiana Monroe plays slow, plays smart, they do like to run the ball a lot. They take their time. They can stay under the cover this one.
Interesting. This under's dropped 1.5 too. This is a very interesting game I want to continue talking about as we finish off the week. Big Ragu, is there another game on this card you're looking at? Because I would like to move to NFL quite soon.
You want to get in NFL right now? We can get into some other plays after the NFL.
No, I want to because we're going to have the game popping off here shortly. So once we move to NFL, I want to stay on NFL. So I'm totally cool. We're still 11 minutes before game time here. So feel free to keep hitting NCAA football.
Let's go out to the left coast here now. A team that we went against early in the year when they came to Florida. Stanford's taking on Washington in the Stanford, and Washington's is rolling right now. I like what this squad is doing. They're putting up close to 40 points a game. I think it's a big mismatch here for Stanford. Now Stanford come off a win off of Oregon State. Finally, they got a W. A quality win, 31-28. They won that game. Now they're going to host, and that was on the road. Now they come back home. They're going to host Washington, and I think Washington has got too much to offer to what this team could stop on the defensive side of the ball. And we know their injuries. We know the story about the O-line, the quarterback play. And I don't think they can run point for point with Washington. And it's a big number to lay on the road for a conference game, but 13 points. I think Washington covers the spread. with ease. I think they cover it by double 20 points. That's what I break down on the game. I got Washington like by 19 or 20, so I'm comfortable with that play right there. Washington gets the job done at Stanford.
You know, Rafa, do we have my college football record available? Don't put it up just yet. Just get it ready to pop up. I've been getting killed at the end of evenings. I've been having these monster mornings. I had one bad week. Week 2 was bad. But I've been like up 6-7 units. And then I get to the Pac-12 and I start losing, and it drives me crazy. It just makes me so angry. And I'm thinking of just staying away from Pac-12. Staying away from Pac-12. We're almost time. Seth's almost ready to start giving people the opportunity. The opportunity to make $25.
Let me say something.
Yeah, jump on that, because this is not the first year this has happened. And Rafa, can you pop up my record right now? Because if I broke this down a little bit more, if you saw what I was doing in the Pac-12, it's just so ugly. I'm falling apart late at night. So what do you think about my issue with the Pac-12 that happens every single night? Every single week and every year, and my trepidation about making any moves on it now?
I feel your pain, brother, because I went through the same shit for year after year after year after year after year. I despise it. Like, when I came to the page in the magazine with the Pac-12, I'd rip that fucker out and I'd throw it out. I wouldn't look at it. So, but this year, I did a little something different. I focused on like one or two teams. I focused with Arizona State, and I looked at Utah originally. But Utah, they got issues now too. But anyways, so I told myself that I'm going to try 2 games a week in the Pac-12, and I'm going to focus on these couple teams and whatnot. And then I just started expanding out a little bit. So far, it's been pretty good for me, surprisingly. But normally, I have the worst luck too, Jimmy. I was just like you, man. I was like, every time I bet the Pac-12, it's so unpredictable. You don't know what team's showing up week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever. So I just gave up on it, more or less. But this year, I'm just gonna stay with like a handful of teams, and if I don't like what I see with those teams, I'm gonna get off them. If I like it, I'll get on them. I like Washington this week, so I'm gonna get on Washington. I won with Washington 2 weeks ago. I lost to Washington State the week before. Now I'm back on Washington this week, and I won with Arizona State the other week. So I'll give it another shot.
No, I feel you. And if you're making money and you're focusing on certain teams, I completely get it. All right, so we are going to move to NFL now. We got this game popping off. I'm going to get this game on my monitor here in a second. Let's talk about Rams Seahawks, and let's be quick because this game pops off in a minute. Seahawks home field advantage just doesn't seem so strong this year. You would think that this recency bias is the reason for the market move towards the Seahawks. Seahawks squad barely beat the Bengals at home, then lost to a Saints team that, I mean, the Seahawks badly out-yarded them. The Rams took the Bucks lightly, got burned. Rams lost important pieces in the offseason, but who would have thought that Talib and Peters would get eaten up by Godwin and Evans quite the way they did? I do not expect this defense to get torched again. I really don't expect it to get torched again. We talked on the show about what were the best looks moving into this Thursday nighter, and one of them was from our guy Buffo Won the Beat, a.k.a. Bill Buttlicker. He says his play tonight is Cooper Kupp, and we saw Cooper Kupp come alive last couple weeks. So his play on Cooper Kupp have at least 100 yards at plus 162. And then he's got a parlay, 7 catches at plus 120, 1 touchdown at plus 120, or a plus 344 parlay. That's Buffo on the Beats action. Let's start with you, Raghu, on this Thursday nighter. I started off the year so bad in NFL, and I want to stay away from these Thursday nights. Last week, I said Eagles over. I was afraid to make any moves. I was afraid to do to go against the home team or no team, and I'm going to stay off this as well. I'm not going to let last week, what would have been a 2-game sweep, get involved with me. I'm going to stay off these Thursday nights. I find them very difficult. Big Raghu, Steve Calamer says Thursday NFL defense are softer. Brooklyn Funk Project says Seattle will be changing their defensive looks after the helmet radio timeout. At 15 seconds, leaving Goff on the field alone without coach over his shoulder. Tanko says Seahawks will run and hold the ball during the game, keep it out of Goff's hands. Goff is iffy anyway. Ragu, you got to move on the Thursday nighter.
I'm not a fan of Thursday night NFL football after week 1 or 2, normally. But since we're in front of millions of people in the world, I'll go on record. But if it loses, just erase the tape for next week. All right, so basically, Goff, we know he has some road issues. Before we start all that, real quick. The NFL has got us right where they want us right now. There's so much parity in the league. From one week to next, we could do all these breakdowns, more or less, but from a marketing standpoint, a gambling standpoint, the books love it and the leagues love it. But that being said, now we'll move forward. Okay, so you got a team that's 1.5 points at home. Normally, the Seattle crowd is worth 3 points. And I know it's the Rams coming in. It's going to be a heavily backed team, market-wise, betting-wise, just like the Dodgers are going to be tonight. But anyways, what Russell Wilson is the Seattle Seahawks. Even when the Seahawks were bad, he can make the team look good on his own, more or less. So that being said, the Rams defense, man, they got some issues. I don't think they're going to get torched like they did last week, like you said. But I think it's going to be a close game. I know that Goff has got Cooper Kupp. He is the Rams offense. Gurley's in big trouble. And I know he's probably going to get at least 4 or 5 rushes, right? So that's good for an under if you got an under. But I see this game going under. I know most of the primetime games have been under. And that's the look I give this game. I don't see a lot of explosion downfield. I just see a lot of underneath stuff. I don't see anybody stretching the field here. I just see not a time manager type of game, but just basically a game that's probably going to be close to the wire, go down to a field goal, maybe a touchdown either way. I'm not on the side. If I would lean, I would lean under this game.
I was going to make moves on the Rams in the under. I also thought there might be rain. Not that really got caught up in my action. But I'm staying off. Big Boss, couple minutes from kickoff. I'm going to pull this up on my monitor. And there's going to be live action we can make moves on. Big Boss, 2 minutes before the Thursday nighter. You got any moves to make?
Well, this is how I see it. I don't really take part in the Thursday night games right here, and I really don't like messing around with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is one of the most jankiest coaches that they have. You never know if it's going to be an over game or under game. But I guess you could say for the most part, Pete Carroll plays to the tempo of the competition. He's always been a big play coach. And he's taught Russell Wilson how to be a big play player and all that good stuff. But the way I see it is the Rams defensive line wants to kick Russell Wilson's behind, okay? So they coming for Russell Wilson, and guess what? Russell Wilson getting kind of old now. He's scared. He don't want them big dudes stand on him or none of that. So Pete's going to come in with the game plan and say, look, we got to go around these guys. These guys going to try to throw these quick passes, quick slants, trying to get Russell Wilson out the pocket and get him loose and score it by passing the ball. No way they're going to be able to run the ball. And then the Rams going to jump right back at it. And they're like, okay, if y'all score, we can score. If you can score, they can score. But the defense is really trying to kick your quarterback's butt. So they're going to get to Russell Wilson every now and then. Boom! Throw him on the ground. And he's going to be a little shook for a while. Next thing you know, Pete Carroll's going to come out at halftime. He's going to grab some grass on the ground, throw it in there like Lou has, start biting on his lip like that. And ain't no telling what's going to happen in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a good game. Y'all stay in tune for the whole game. I would lean the over in this game on a Thursday. I don't see nobody showing up to play no defense.
Yeah, wow. Alex Mayer says Seattle and the under. Jenna Nolette on the first half over. Tanko says, damn, Big Boss, tell us how you really feel about Wilson. Sounds like you have a bounty on Wilson. I'm going to comfortably stay off this Thursday nighter. It's hard for me to do. I want action. I like action. Thank God NHL's back. You know what I do in NHL? I eat. Rams, Seahawks. We're going to pull up the monitor, get these games going on right now, and make some moves, possibly live betting. I'll have my live Bet365 page up. But for me, just before we bring this up, my two looks right now, and I'd like to hear what you think about it, Murgu, and I'll go back to Boss afterwards. I'm on Steelers plus 3.5, my 2-unit play. I know that there's a recency bias. I try to get rid of this bias. You know, I read The Undoing Project by Michael Lewis. I know what I'm dealing with. But this defense with the Steelers is very good. Not just good. Very good. Minkah Fitzpatrick adds another level to them. I know Mason Rudolph is trash. I don't even need Connor in there. No, you give me Samuels, I'm fine. I am on the Steelers plus 3.5, my 2-unit play, and I'm on the under 47 Packers Cowboys. I'm going to pop this up. We got Luis Fernando Esquinza in the house. Nice to have you joining us. What do you think of my two looks so far that I've locked in the contest, Ragu? Steelers plus 3.5, under 47 in Packers Cowboys.
So you're really high on Minkah.
I've always been.
I like that player too. He's solid, man. I like him a lot. The Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, they got the Ravens coming to town, and Ravens, their line's moving up 4 points, and it's 42.5. So you're on the under, you said?
No, I'm on. The line is moving up, man. I thought I was going to lose my 3.5. Wow, you're right. There's a 4 on the board. Oh, my God. That. When did this happen? Let me get here right now. Bookmakers brought a 4 on the board. God, it was here. Why did I not notice that today? I didn't notice that all day. Bookmaker hanging the 4. I thought this was going to get to a 3. I was scared that it was going to get to a 3. That was my issue. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. No. That's all right. Anyways, so you're getting 3.5, whatever it is, at home. I'm a big proponent of home team underdogs for years and years and years in the NFL. That was like a big casher on an ATS side. That's usually like a 75-80%er. So I definitely like that look there with the Steelers getting the points at home, and they can eat there. That's a good spot for them. I know you're saying that the quarterback is probably not the best. Everything is a check down for him, and more or less, you know, we're gonna have to get some running though for these guys. They're gonna have to run against the Ravens if they're gonna be successful, because they can't become too one-dimensional, because Harbaugh is too good of a coach to let that happen. But they're gonna have to scheme. They're gonna have to come up with some game plans. So, but I mean, I like the play. That's just, like I say, there's so much parity in the league right now. You know, week to week it changes. So give me the home team plus the points. I'll take it in the NFL.
I agree. And that's what Tanko's saying. Plus 3.5 at home dogs. Historically good. Historically good. All right, we have our first winner of the opportunity of going up heads up against me. We have Tanko in the house. Tanko, all you have to do is take a picture of your picks on Twitter. Tie it up to at SBR Sports Picks with the hashtag Pick6. And then we go mano a mano, one-on-one. Tanko, up for grabs, $25. Ragu, what do you think of the under 47 in Packers Cowboys?
Let me look at that one, Jimmy. Packers Cowboys. Where are they playing that game at? I didn't even look at the board on that yet. Okay, they're playing in Jerry's World. The line's dropped from 4 to 3, minus 110, and you're at 48-47. Okay, so the boys come off of that rough spot at New Orleans, and they look like shit. I know their offensive line didn't look good there. New Orleans was swarming all over the place. And normally I would tell you with the Packers, their cheese all right, Swiss cheese on defense, but they got a new look on the defensive side. So I kind of like what I'm seeing there with the Pack. I'm not sold 100% on LaFleur and the marriage he's got with our boy Rodgers up there. I think not that they're having a rocky relationship, but they're gonna have to work some things out to kind of get that defense or that offense going. So that's a plus for you right there. So you got a shaky offense, a pretty good defense, a Cowboy line that looks like it's a little banged up and a little unproductive right now. Everybody's anointing the Cowboys as the next best thing, which they got some issues to work through. I love the 47 under in that game.
Ooh, shit, Tanko. You hear that? That gives me confidence. We got the game up on my monitor now. Big Boss, what do you think about my looks? Only 2 in. I would like to talk about more as we watch this game together and maybe look at some live action. But what do you think about my looks? Steelers plus 3.5, under 47. Packers, Cowboys.
All I gotta say is first, let's take a step out of last week and look at it from an outside view. The bookies, they was up to something last week. Out of all the little bad beats that was on the board for last week, they turned around on Monday and said, okay, we'll let y'all make y'all money back with this Pittsburgh pick right here. And people were able to bounce back if they pressed and went that far with it. So it's a bait and hook. So I think the bait is going to be out there again. You got to tread waters thinly. And I don't know about the Pittsburgh thing. I was down on quarterback that came in over there at the Giants, and I didn't think that he was going to make out. He did well. And here this guy comes in, and he may do well as well. So I don't really know about that pick, but if I had to choose one, I'm going to choose the team with the defense. I'm going to choose Baltimore. And I like the under that game as well. Now, I'm glad you asked me about this Bay and Dallas game because I got thought of how that's going to play out too. See, Cowboys going to take this one bad to Yang at home because Green Bay is on a mission not to fall back too far behind early in the season like they did last year. So they're definitely going to be picking their best foot forward, try to jump on Dallas in Dallas, which almost seems incredibly undoable at times because I always take Dallas at home in games that I like Dallas. But this one right here, Green Bay, they coming on the turf out there in Dallas. They're going to be moving a little fast. They have a high-power offense, and they get past Dallas. Dallas still made too many small mistakes. They not hit the tight end like they should. The whole NFL is up to Ezekiel running and extra lunging, and I think he's slowing down as well. And Dax really ain't really proved himself. He had to come back and really win games with the team on his shoulder and all that. And this guy over here in Green Bay, that's what he's going to do. He's trying to get his team in a nice position so they can get a good playoff run. It starts right here, beating Dallas in Dallas.
Wow. I tell you, one guy I don't trust, and that's the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, I don't trust the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. I don't trust any of the brain trust with the Dallas Cowboys. But if I'm going to fade Garrett, am I going to have confidence in LaFleur? No. I think these are two bad coaches. And I don't think Green Bay's running game is as susceptible as it looked last week. And I don't trust Dak. I don't trust the Cowboys. I don't trust any of it. Sherigan Amaterasu says, yo, Jimmy, where the pretty girls at? The ones in the thumbnail. That's Sherigan Amaterasu. I was wondering, so we have these 6 girls that we did a little commercial with, little photo shoot with, and we've been asking you guys, who's the hottest one? Because we'll bring her in here and have her rolling with me. And there's been a different winner each week. Opened up with the Packers and her voluptuousness. And then it was the Raiders, and the Raiders girl, she's fine, you know? Then week 3 was the Chiefs girl. She was the most enjoyable to hang out with. Big smile, very enjoyable, fun to hang out with. Then there was the Eagles winner last week, and she's a leader, you know? She was our quarterback. And now, you know, we don't know who to bring in. Why don't we take a look at them right now, Rafa? I should pour myself a beverage as we do this. There's the Cowboys girl. She got no love. There's the Chiefs girl. There's the Raiders girl, man, yeah. Yeah. I like it. I do. There's a Phillies girl. When I asked her to do the quarterback, the quarterback jargon, she used grape juice as one of her. I don't think we'll ever hear on the football field. That Patriots girl is fine too. That Patriots girl is fine, and she gets no love here. I mean, that if we could show a different angle of her, you'd be like, God damn, you'd be surprised because these aren't like. There's an idea that white girls have no asses, but not when you get down past the equator, man. Things change. Sid M says Raiders girl. Tanko says Chiefs girl. Sherigan Amaterasu says Cowboys girl. Alex Ramirez, Oakland girl. Simplicity. Man, no, she was fine. She was fine. Stephen Calmer's taking Raiders or Chiefs, man. You got to pick one. There's Nut Flush Allen in the house. Tanko says Green Bay girl should win this week hot. Yeah, 187 undercover cops. I'll take all of them. She says the Eagles jersey looks blue. No, she's very friendly, very happy. Tanko says, are these your assistants? No, man. My assistants are Freddie, Fortune, and Lucrative Larry, and they're not really my assistants, and they're very unattractive. Big Roo says, bring them all on your lap. That costs a little cash. Steve Calamer saying Chiefs. Let's get one more look at them. One more look at them. And let's see what happened in this review here. There's the Cowboys girl. Yeah, no, I think for me, I guess it'd be the Raiders girl. But the Patriots girl just not getting enough love. She does deserve more love. All right, we got 13 minutes left in that Seahawks game. Rams in range. Drinking Hand says Rams 3. Okay, let's talk about other looks on this NFL card. Let's also talk about some live betting opportunities in this game. There's Seth Hagen. There's an Amaterasu. Has to get signed up, get in the contest. So Sherigan Amaterasu. Is he our next winner? And he is. Sherigan Amaterasu. So I'm going up against Tanko. I'm going up against Sherigan Amaterasu. Do it, man. All right, I'll tell you guys some looks that I almost made, and I didn't. Bears, Raiders, London, England. Big Ragu. I want to take the under here. Going to be rain. Want to take the under here. We got a field goal from the Rams, 3-0. We're going to look at what they are live right now. I want to take the under in the rain. Down to 40.5, 40 a Heritage. Probably should have taken it at 41.5 when it opened because I was thinking about doing it, but I had some hesitation. What do you think about this game in London, Ragu?
Yeah, the old London game, right? That's
yeah.
another promotional BS game that they throw at you. But anyways, we got to look at it. We got to cap it, so we got to talk about it. So basically, it's like they're going over there to have what? A couple of pints, couple bangers and mash, whatever they eat over there. So, and then they'll play a football game in between. So I think this kind of game has always got an underlook. Every game that I've seen over there so far kind of reminds me of an under, just because the environment, it just seems like they don't get really motivated to play. They were out there having a good time. They want to get through it, get back on the plane, get back home. So you're not going to get, in my book, you never get the team's best effort. So I like unders. Under and London, London and under.
What is your expectation of Chase Daniels? Do you think that Chase Daniels gives them a better shot than Mitch Trubisky?
I think Chase gives them a better opportunity to go a little bit deeper down the field. I mean, he is a solid backup quarterback. I'm not going to say he's better than Trubisky, but, he fits the bill pretty well over there for what they got going on. So, and he's been in the system for a while. That being said, they might have a little bit more of an opportunity to throw the ball down the field. Whether it's going to connect or not, that's another story. So, it's probably not a big step off or not a step up either.
I hear that. Ragu thinking the under. I'm thinking the under too. If I want to make a move on this under, I need to act quickly. I got to take a look at weather in this game. Big Boss, what do you think of Bears Raiders? England.
I don't know. Is Khalil Mack upset at the Raiders? Are the Raiders upset at Mack? Uh, what is the four about right here? There's a lot of questions to this game, a lot of volatilities. I kind of like Oakland's defense when it's running on all cylinders. They do really well, but that offense is just so terribly bad. And then you got Chicago's defense that's really locked down. But we have a quarterback issue right here, which is another unknown. Too much volatility for me to make a solid play on it. But if I had to make a play on it, that's a tough one. I'd probably lean with the under. The under is probably the best deal. You got two teams that at least like to play defense, and then we got an unknown with a quarterback. So we can lean on the side that he won't score too much. So, but the total's really low.
Yeah, low total.
But I would lean on the side of the under.
Low total, no doubt about it. I still like the under. We got 12 minutes left in the first quarter. Live betting right now. You can get the Seahawks at home down 3-0 on the money line at plus 125. You can also get in plus 2.5 at plus 100. If you still want the Rams minus 2.5, they're at minus 130. This live total has not changed. Live total sitting at 49.5. 49.5. Okay, let's talk about another look that I like in this week. There's a bunch, and it's almost all overs. Or excuse me, unders, sorry. Almost all unders. One under that I want to take right now, and it's another very low under, but I want to make the move on it. And it's still at 38.5, so low. Bills-Titans. Bills-Titans. What do you think about that under, Big Ragu?
Bills and Titans. Bills-Titans. Titans, I like to choke them from that other Thursday night game. I still can't get that off my mind. Jacksonville fuckers. All right, so anyways, Bills. We know Bills are stout on D. No question about it. They're not a prolific offense. You got Josh Allen. Is he coming back? Let me stop right here for a minute. What's the prognosis on Josh Allen?
I expect Josh Allen not to play in this game and Barkley to be the quarterback. But even if Josh Allen was in the lineup, let me get you the exact last word on it right now. But I expect him not to play and Barkley to be in the lineup. Even if he does play, I still like this under. The only thing that Barkley scares me a little bit about the pick six possibilities. But the very last word out of Josh Allen is limited. So there's signs that Allen might be cleared to face the Titans, but he's running out of time. It's looking better than 50-50. Looking better than 50-50 at this point, but he's running out of time. My guy Sid M says Allen practiced limited today. He did some stretching and drills. So we shall see. What is that? So I guess you're right. You can't make a thorough, thoughtful decision until you know who's behind center with the Bills.
We'll go with the old numbers. We'll presume that Allen's going to play. All right, so we'll just break it down this way, and then we'll deduct like 3 points from that. All right, so we're looking at a Buffalo team that on the road they're averaging right around 17. 20. Or they play a little better on the road so far. They're averaging 22 points on the road, and they're yielding. Let's see, rushing, general, passing, total. Okay, so you got Buffalo 22 points on the road, and you got and Tennessee is averaging 17 points at home. So right there, stupid simple math is what 39 points. But we know it doesn't. If it was that easy, we'd all be rich. At the same time, you got Buffalo's 1-0 as a dog on the road, and they're 2-0 as an underdog. But it still don't tell me as far as the points go. So I'm looking at the side stuff right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break it down that way first. Then on the total side, so you got 240 grass. 318 turnovers. They're giving up 1.7 turnovers. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking. I'm looking at the total itself. It looks like a pretty low number in my book for what they got going on. And you're on the under 38.5.
Not yet, but I'm very interested.
I'm just saying, what's the total on the game? 38?
38.5.
38.5, right? Yeah, that's a low number. That's a tough nut because Tennessee's one of these friggin' teams that they can score 38 points in themselves or they can score 3. We know Buffalo's going to be in the 17 to 20 point range, 17 to 20, 21 points. It's all going to be on Tennessee's back, whether Mariota decides to show his ass or to show up and play a game. Now, if they can get the running game to Henry, establish a little bit of run, and mix up the plays a little bit, then it's got a good chance of going over. If they can stop Henry, if Buffalo can shut Henry down, they'll put pressure on Mariota, and it'll be game over. Buffalo will get the win on the road, and the game goes under. So that's the correlation. It's going to be Buffalo and under or Tennessee and over.
I'm very impressed with the Bills' defense. I don't see how Tennessee moves the ball. If I have Barkley in, I think I'm in great shape, unless there's pick sixes. Big Boss, what do you think about this under in Bills-Titans?
Before we get into that under, Jimmy, I thought we was live betting on this one. I see the total on the live betting drop from 49 down to 47. I think we got action on the under. But to go back to this Bill game, I mean, I would have to take the team with the better defense. I like what Ragu said. If you like the Bills, you like the under. If you like Tennessee, you like the over. Tennessee showed a flash of the Tennessee that they've been wishing showed up every week. Last week, Mariota. But, overall, Mariota's not one of the greatest quarterbacks. Definitely not worth back in this position right here. So if I had to take some, I'll take the more aggressive defense, and I'll also take the under with the Bills.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. Tanko wants me to take that 38.5. Says I bury you. Says he buries me. Okay. Okay, well, let's talk about another look that I like here. And yes, it's moved to 47.5 live betting this game right now. Rams, Seahawks. Money line hasn't changed, but the under 47.5 is at minus 120, so juiced. I'd like the Chargers to put a dagger into these Broncos. I really do. I think there's a couple spots on this card where teams can just put an end to teams. Just say your season's over. So there's 2 spots here where I think a team can be like, okay, we give up. And that's the Texans at minus 5 and the Chargers. Let's see what the Chargers are right now. There's Nut Flush Allen in the house. Let's see what the Chargers are right now. The Chargers are 6.5, but there's 6s on the board now. So money coming in on Denver. So if you had the opportunity, Big Ragu, to take one team, or being the Chargers or the Texans at minus 5, minus 6.5, basically the fate is the Broncos or the Falcons. Do you want to put a fork in them and say it's over? Which team would you bet? Which move would you make here? Chargers over the Broncos or Texans over the Falcons?
I would trust the Chargers more than I would trust the Texans. And as much as or as bad as Atlanta's looking right now, I mean, they're looking bad. The Texans, I wouldn't trust them. I don't trust O'Brien. I think he's one of the worst play callers in the game. That's probably going to be a pass game both ways because I'm not interested in that game. I would definitely look Chargers' way over the Broncos. The Broncos still have a lot to figure out. And I know that they're going to get Gordon back this week. I think he's going to see limited touches. I don't think he's football ready. But Rivers is a gamer. They still got that good defense. They got plenty of weapons on offense. So definitely Chargers is a look for me.
Chargers is the look. Yeah, I think they smash. That Chubb injury is huge. Big Boss, if you could take either the Texans or the Chargers this week, who'd you take?
I have to go with the Chargers on this one. You know, I'm like 10, 15 minutes from the stadium of the Chargers right here in Carson. And, you know, when they first got there, they couldn't fill that place up. And now it's filling up, and, you know, the crowd is coming in, and everybody's filling the Chargers. I think at this number, I can back the Chargers at a cool 7 or 8 max. But last week, 17 and 10. Chargers not that kind of team right now. Maybe later on in the season, they'll build themselves to that level. But right now, this is a good look for them. At last I seen it was 7. I'm not sure what it is now, but at 7, I think it's doable for the Chargers.
It's going down. It's going down. There's 6s on the boards now. It's 6.5 across the board, but there's 6s in a couple shops. Nut Flush Allen is our third winner. Our third winner going heads up with the bag in the Pick 6 contest. All you have to do is tweet out your action with @SBR Sportspick, hashtag Pick 6. Also, if you're watching the show right now, you can help us out by hitting that link to our landing page of the Pick 6 contest. All we need you to do, hit that link to the Pick 6 contest. Nut Flush Allen is on. All right, I got Nut Flush Allen. Heads up. Ready to go. Nut Flush Allen, Cherrigan Amaterasu, and an easy battle against Tanko. Tanko, it's on. All right, so if we're talking about more looks, why don't we take another look and see what's going on live in here with the Rams running and getting in field position. The Seahawks are now plus 3.5 and plus 160. Wow, plus 3.5 and plus 160. Barry Block says I'm banned from Twitter and I don't know why. It pissed me off. That sucks, Barry Block. I wish I could help it. Wish I could help you with that. But Barry Block, thank you for joining us. Let's also take a look at what's going on right now, in action right now, because we have the over in Georgia Southern, South Alabama, and we have 17 points. You know, I guess I should be thankful that we got 17 points in the second quarter. I still think that over is possible. Temple just kicked the field goal, so they're down 7-3. So that under is in play. Probably not looking that good, but in play. The Braves bullpen hurting them again. Michaelis and the Cards up 5-3. In NHL, the Habs have taken a 3-2 lead, which makes me very, very angry. And my Predators had a goal called off. So I'm a little nervous. Buffalo taking care of business in Pittsburgh. That's what's happening right now as we speak. Okay, I would like to ask you guys a couple more looks. While I have you guys to help me against these guys in the contest. Barry Block loving Iowa plus 3. In Ohio State minus 10 first half. Wow. Barry Block loving Iowa plus 3. When these guys, all my guys on the show right now, the Boston the Sauce, liking Michigan. Gonna copy and paste that right now. Copy and paste that right now. Okay, so let's talk about some other looks that I have. And I guess let's talk about this Monday Nighter now that I got a chance to hang with you guys right now. Browns-Niners. The way I see this, Browns are, because of the recency bias of them looking so good, I think they get hurt. I think they get hurt after their win against the Ravens. You have Shanahan with coming off a bye week with 2 weeks to prepare. You have a Browns rush defense that's not very good, ranked 21st in the league. Myles Garrett looks better every week. The guy's spectacular. But I think the Niners can run roughshod over them. I really do. I like the Niners here minus 3.5. Let's go with you, Big Ragu. What do you think about my Niners?
Jimmy G. That's it.
Good or bad?
Bye May. What is his name? Mayfield. Whatever his name is. Get the hell out of here with that shit.
I love it. With a week too, I love it. I love it. Big Boss, do you agree? Niners are the spot minus 3.5 on Monday.
I don't know, Jimmy. That was a lot of aggression from our guy, Big Ragu, man. I remember his wife did the Pick 6 video, and she said that she liked Baker. I don't know. He might have some extra aggression and hate towards Baker Mayfield. I don't know, but it's 4-9 all the time, man. Too bad I can't bet the game. I told myself, me alone, DJ Big Boss, me, I could end this winning streak of the 49ers by betting, and I choose not to do that. I don't want to back Baker. I like Baker, to tell you the truth. I like because he plays hard, but he threw a couple interceptions. Big here kind of remind me of Kaepernick, and I didn't really like that. But going into this week, Monday night, 49ers, Cleveland, I gotta pull out the big screen and I gotta ride Niners at a low number. I don't think I can play it.
I think I can play it. I'm going to take another look at this right now. We have a 6-0 lead for the Rams, and under looking very nice. There's a 4 on the board at Bookmaker. Why Bookmaker hanging these 4s? I like it. I like the Niners. I think I need to lock that in very, very soon. Let's take another look that I want. I wonder if Darnold. Let me find out if Darnold's available for it. What do you think about this Patriots Redskins under? And it's been dropping fast. Now down to 42.
Under. Could
have had this at 45. It's now at 42. Man, I wish I jumped on this. Bigger Who says 49ers roll. And yes, man. Yes, man, in the house. What do you think about the under and Patriots Redskins? It's too low now. I'm not going to take it at 42. It's my mistake. My mistake not taking it early. What do you think of this Patriots-Redskins game in totality? I mean, the Patriots at minus 15 and the total at 42. Let's go to you, Big Ragu. What do you think, Patriots-Redskins?
Say goodbye to Gruden after this game. That's all I got to tell you. After last week's abysmal performance, but his worst performance in ages by our guy TB12, they bounced back in a big way in this game, and Washington's defense is horrible. I mean, they are putrid. They don't even belong on the field. They suck. Patriots by 24.
Are you close to making the Patriots a play on the Pick Six contest?
I'm putting 2 plays in tonight. Patriots and the 49ers tonight.
I like it. I'd be curious to hear what you think, Big Boss. You think Gruden gets canned? Redskins go out like lambs here against Tom Terrific?
Oh, my God, Jimmy. We got to help Big Ragu, man. He needs some Calgon. Take him away. He's under a lot of stress. So calm down, Big Ragu. It's going to be all right. I'm going to trail them bets for sure. Because I know when you adamant about something, it happens. So I'm going to trail them butts for sure, but I can't play the Niner bet at all. You know what I'm saying? But Patriots right here might be a spot. We've seen them before fall below. Who was it? Was it the Jets? They fell below, got the backdoor cover or something like that. Might be another one of those spots where they could take their foot off the gas right there. The NFL, 20-something points, I'm taking that.
Wow, you're getting a little shaky in your. I feel like this is Back to the Future, and we're gonna start losing you. You scared me there. Alex Ramirez still on Seattle and the under. Tanko says Washington's too bad. New England will crush them. Interesting. I was liking the under there, but maybe you guys are right. Just simplify everything and take the Patriots to cover.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Sure, hit me.
How much better do you think Washington Redskins are better than the Miami Dolphins? Be honest.
I mean, with Williams still unsigned, I mean, who's the Redskins quarterback right now? Let me find out exactly who we're gonna get. I mean, who are we gonna get? Let me find out who we're gonna get right now. That will help. Because if we're gonna get Colt McCoy in his first action in a while, I would think that he can give these guys some hope. If Haskins is in it, then just let go like this. It's all over. Let me just take a quick look at what we think is going to happen here come Sunday. All right, get to the bottom here. Sorry, quickly. Are we going to see Colt McCoy in this contest? Still declined to name his quarterback. Want to see how Colt McCoy and Case Keenum respond after a day of work. Jesus. What a mess. I would like to, I mean, so, okay, let's say it's Colt McCoy getting his first start of the season. You think he can give the Redskins any hope?
He's just going to change the color of the Gatorade that they're going to dump on the other side after they beat him. So he can fetch the Gatorade for the Patriots after they win.
Okay, my answer is I think the Redskins would beat the Dolphins by a field goal or by a small amount of points.
Okay, so instead of 56-0, it'll be 39-0 or 42-0 or somewhere along that line. It's a 4-score and 7 years ago game. Don't worry about it. Go to sleep at halftime.
I think you're right. All right. So Patriots seems like a spot here. Let's talk Jags Panthers. I want to take Minshew on the road. Look, I'm not in love with the Jags, but I think that this Kyle Allen story, Kyle Allen's making the Panthers competitive again, sure. He protects the ball, makes the plays that he's supposed to. I need to know what's going on with Jalen Ramsey because he eliminates one side of the field. But I like the Jaguars. I like the under. Go to spreads and totals right now. We got the Seahawks. It's TD Seahawks. Beautiful TD Seahawks. We're in business right here. TD Seahawks. Wow, this game's going to go down to the wire. Jaguars Panthers here. Let's see what we're dealing with. Jags Panthers. Total at 41. And the Jags are plus 3.5. Raghu, what do you think?
Jags and Panthers. Let's see. Jags, Panthers. What's the number on that? I'm sorry, man. My damn thing's screwed up right
here.
No
worries. Jags are plus 3.5. Open to plus 3. This total's at 41.
I like the under there. And Seattle coming off this game tonight. They already got the line on that game? Saints. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Saints, Jags.
No, Jaguars, Carolina Panthers.
What am I looking at over here for crying out loud?
It's Minshew, Kyle Allen.
Carolina's even better. Carolina, Allen's been a good story though, hasn't he? Realistically, you talk about a guy coming off the bench lighting a fire in a team's ass. That kid's doing it up big time over there. So kudos to him and saving Ron Rivera's job for another year right now, anyways. But I don't think it's going to bode well for Jacksonville. They're going to have issues, trying to put points on the board. So if you're liking an under, this might be a shaky game for an under in my book, just because of the fact what Carolina is going. We know how you stop Carolina. You got to stop number 22. So we know Jacksonville's defense is pretty good though. If they can figure out a way to stop 22, then you might have a shot at your under. If they don't, then your under's in big trouble. So I think Jacksonville may score like 10 to 17 points in this game, and Carolina could score anywhere from 20 to 40, depending on what they do at 22.
Wow, so you don't have much respect for this Jags defense.
No, I do. If they can figure out how to stop 22, that's just the thing. A lot of teams can't do that, though. It's amazing how this guy plays, how he gets away with what he gets away with. So, he's like 90% of the offense on that team. We'll see.
Interesting. Minshew going up against Kyle Allen. Big Boss, you have any feel on this spot?
I like the over in this one 100%. These two can't stop each other in the long run. It's going to be a lot of passing, a lot of running. There's going to be a lot of offense in this game. Although they do have two decent defenses, but their similarities are too close to each other's. Look at the quarterback situation alone. And I like the over. I like them to get loose. This is a really low total that we could jump on the over in this one.
Damn, was hoping not to hear that you were on the over. All right, we have more matchups coming into play. Gotta get G Archie. See, some of these, like Yes Man and Chi Archie, are guys I battle in contest after contest after contest, and going heads up against them this week is very, very exciting. Dennis Garcia, it does not matter that one of your plays is tonight, man. It does not matter at all. Garcia Gaming, my sixth opponent. My sixth opponent is in action. All right, so let's take a look at what we're dealing with on today's card right now and put a bow on this bad boy. We got a TD from Temple giving our DJ Big Boss some hope and giving me a little concern about this over, but East Carolina is going to hold on to the ball for as long as possible. I figure if I can get to halftime at 10-10, I'll have hope. I'm very concerned about this Georgia Southern South Alabama over, but we shall see.
I wish I could have talked to you about that one.
Yeah, that was a mistake. You like the under there, Ragu?
Yeah.
I wish you had have talked me out of that one. And Montreal, 3 third-period goals. They better get stomped on. God, these Habs just get me. We have loaded bases in the Nationals-Dodgers game, but Corbin walked Taylor and walked Bellinger to get to Muncy, whom he locks down all the time, so I think we'll be fine there. This is the Pick 6 contest, and we have no Pick 6 contest without you guys. Tanko says 6 guys will beat you this week. I look forward to see what my record is against you guys. Heads up. We have no show without these great cappers in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. To help us out, hit the link to our landing page on the bottom, our Pick 6 landing page. That would help us very, very much. I look forward to going up against all 6 guys here. Steve Calbert says Dodgers win that. I've got the Nationals first 5. And look, we get through Muncy here. If Corbin gets through Muncy here, we're going to be all good. We're going to be just fine, I think. We're going to be just fine. I got them at plus 135. I got them at plus 150 on the show, but I bet them at plus 135. Nut Flush Allen saying, everyone join the Pick 6 show. Thank you, Nut Flush Allen. I'll pop this link one more time. While I'm putting up the link, would love to thank my special guests, Big Ragu and DJ Big Boss. Got the boss in the sauce. Big Ragu, you have any last words for these great cappers joining us in the chat?
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get in a little earlier with you guys this evening. My apologies on that, but much love to the chat. You know, they're our family. We love you guys. We love kicking it with you guys, breaking it up, chopping it up. You know, we're here to have fun. This is what it's all about. Let's get our heads together. Let's take the juice out of the equation, and let's beat these books week in, week out.
Week in, week out. Let's get after these books. Damn, I did not like hearing that he walked Muncy too. Come on, you walked Muncy? I thought you walked Bellinger and Taylor to get to Muncy. That does not give me confidence. DJ Big Boss, any last words for these great cappers in the chat?
Hey, y'all take care, man. Stay focused on y'all bets. Watch out for them hooks. And definitely put your Pick 6 picks up. And don't forget to join the DJ Big Boss NCAA contest as well. And watch out for the Boss in the Sauce.
Keep an eye out for the boss in the sauce, as you should, as they should. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck. Oh, no, not Flush Down says he can't find the zone. Good luck. If you are live betting right now, it's now minus 115 each way at Bet365. Those plus 160s for the Seahawks are long gone. And 13 points in this first quarter, leaning towards the over. Drinking Hand says, love you too, Ragu. Stephen Calamer says, good job, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Dennis Garcia, Not Flush Allen, Alex Ramirez, Triple K Marine, Dutch Boy, French Drinking Hand, Tanko. We're going heads up. Alex Ramirez, all you guys, thank you so much. Chi Archie, we're battling. On behalf of Big Boss, Big Ragu, and everybody here at SBR, thank you so much for watching our live Pick 6 show. Next Thursday, we'll be right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Get that cash tonight. Have a big, profitable evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. All love. Get after it.